Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, 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 hello. From wherever you're watching me from, it's a beautiful weekend. I know you agree with me. The weekend has been going on smoothly. Can you hear me? If you are here with me, please drop your comments. Drop your comments if you can hear me well. Woo! You see how I am always joyful when I'm here. This is one of the reasons why I'm alive, why I'm created, and I'm fulfilling destiny. So I'm always joyful to be here. If I scream, you know why. If I laugh aloud, you know why. Even if I just give a smile, you know why. And my smile is always very broad anyway. Thank you for joining. I am Janet Ajobiewe. I'm a rescue agent on a global mission. I'm a family coach. I believe family robust is a reality. Nothing can stop it. No. Nothing can stop it. Whatever it is that could be standing as in an hindrance against the reality of every home, I'm just led to speak peace into it now in the name of Jesus. This evening I am here, and let me just share something. It's not sad news anyway. I am here alone. My moderator says she would not be available. Unavoidably, though, unavoidably. She's not like that, but there's nothing I can do. So if you're watching me, Angel Wale Adeyemi, I miss you. I love you. Thank you for all you have done yesterday, before yesterday. You moderated well, brilliantly. I love you so much. I love you. And I want to say thank you to all our speakers. So far, we've gotten Ikalo Hudo day before yesterday, Tope Oluwatoye yesterday, and I am here today. Today. This is our parenting series. This month is the Children Day. So for this month is for the children, because we celebrated the Children Day on 27th of May. That's why we had to hold this our parenting series. And this month we started. We did we are still doing it. Parenting with ease. You know what? When you don't have a child, you pray that you have a child. Now you have a child, you have children, and these children are causing so much issues. You know, you become heartbroken. You become so worried. You become so uneasy. How? I'm telling you, with all these things that you'll be learning from here in Family Robust, be rest assured that everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Family Robust is a reality, yes, even though there's no magic in it. You need knowledge. You need to work on it. But whatever could be the reason, Family Robust is a reality. I assure you that. That's the mandate that we are working with. So today, Janet is here with her story. Jesus, I hope my siblings are here. I hope my mom will be listening. I hope my dad will be listening too, because I'm going to share my story. Dad and Mom, I love you so much. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you. Even though I was too difficult for them. In fact, my brother told me, he said, Janet, you're too difficult. Why? Why are you this stubborn? But despite all, they showed me love. They showed me love. Imagine. See whom I am becoming now. The difficult child of that time. That's why I'm going to take us a gradual step. I'm going to take us in a journey this evening. on the guide, guiding us against addictions in children. Addictions in children. See, let me tell you one thing. It's not only stubborn children that have addictions. No, they are very, as in the gentle ones, quiet ones that have addictions too. But whatever it is, this teaching today will help us in order to parent our children well against addiction. Thank you for listening. So today I just want to talk to us on addiction. And some people might wonder, what is this addiction? Or some might have thought that addiction is something too terrible, too terrible. I don't pray for any addiction in my children. Yes, nobody prays for it, but you would note some things. Definitely, you would definitely note that there are some addictions in your children that you need to watch out for. You need to watch out for and curb them so that they don't become excessively the ones you cannot cure. Okay. Addiction generally means wide range of behaviors, habitual behaviors. These are excesses in behavior. There are some things that you think a child should just do normally, and eventually you just discover that, no, this one is getting out of hand. This is really getting out of hand. Yeah, it's becoming an addiction. You need to watch it. And let me tell you, it is not all addictions that are criminal. Don't take it too far. When you hear addiction, you think it's only smoking of tobaccos, smoking of cigarettes, pornography, and also. Yes, those ones are the extreme acts of addictions. We find those ones especially in the teenagers. But this evening, I want us to start from the addictions from little children. Addictions. We'll start from little children, then we can go on and on and on. And let me tell you again, that it's not only children that you find addictions. We have adults that are also suffering from addictions. And these addictions, many of them started from while they were children. While they were children. Can I tell you that when your child loses control over a particular thing, you need to watch it. For example, your child is eating and eats abnormally, excessively, without control. You need to watch it. It's becoming addictions gradually. For example, the size of food, you need to watch it. If your child is eating too much than the age, and it's also gradually increasing, and the child loses control unconsciously when it's given a smaller portion, watch it. Addiction is setting in. That's when you see some children that they become gluttons. Some, it could be in drinking some things. Oh, you said, no, you don't drink alcohol. In fact, the ones you drink is just a little percent of alcohol. Addiction setting in any form, whether in eating, whether through eating, whether through drinking, whether some behaviors, whether even in moral or immoral behaviors. These are things that we need to watch out in children. Let me tell you some examples of addictions that you watch out for in your children. Many parents these days, you see them chewing their fingers. And you see children too. They can't do without it. It's an addiction. And that child will not want it. It's an addiction. When the child not sit down without doing it, it's an addiction. You need to watch it in that child. You need to curb it. It's not criminal, but It's not right in your child eating the fingernails. What about poking of nose? Jesus. I want to break a table. That's me. No, 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 no. I am trying my best to stop it. Honestly, I am trying my best. I don't know how that came in. I don't know how it came. No, it's very wrong. It's very wrong. Every child must be taught that you use an handkerchief or a tissue paper to clean nose. Clean the nose. Just teach. And once you notice that that child is poking the nose gradually every time with both fingers, with all the fingers on both hands, please caution the child. Addiction is setting in. Addiction is setting in. What else? You want to tell me another? Okay. Now, you want to go gradually into some other aspects. Do you know that tobacco smoking in children is also an addiction? You see some children, it's not strange. There's nothing strange under the heaven anymore, any longer. We have some children that smoke now. It's an addiction. Pornography, it's an addiction. Some children can't rest their brain. They always want to go into pornography. Texting. They don't have anything doing, especially when they have a phone. Games. Any spare time, in fact, not even spare time now. You see so many children, when they ought to be doing some other things, they're already texting, sending messages that are not necessary, playing of games. Any game, anytime they want to do it. And if you don't allow them, they become they throw tantrums, yes, and again they become so aggressive, as if they don't do it, it's a do or die affair. As if when they don't do it, oh, life wants to come out of them. You need to watch it in your children. You need to watch it in your children. Many children go into addiction. Okay, let me tell you. They say, I have here reasons why many children go into addiction, causes of addiction. Number one, I have here parental negligence. Parental negligence. Many parents have neglected their children in the name of work. You want to work, you go to work, you come back in the evening. In fact, some have night jobs now. You go again in the evening because you want to work, and you neglect the children. Little things that we can curb, we don't have time to curb them in the children. And these little things, when we don't curb them on time, they become addictions. The children become so addicted to them. Many parents, what they need to see on time, for example, under your nose, you should know when your child is going into pornography. You should know if you are intentional about this parenting that we are talking about. You should be aware that, oh, this child is always on the system, this child is always on the internet. There are so many ways that we can get to know. Our children shouldn't be wiser than us. They shouldn't be wiser than us. We should not be too busy. So many parents are innocently busy, and some are so selfishly busy because they want to work. They neglect the children. Also, lack of love. The child you don't love, let me tell you, say, oh, it's your child, you love them. You love him or her. Fine, thank you for loving him or her. But do you give adequate attention to that particular child like you give to other children? A child that is addicted to something finds that solace in that thing, probably because of another thing. So once you don't show love to a particular child like the others, while you are showing love to one, the other one is finding solace in one thing or the other, and subsequently becomes addiction to him or her. And that one is influence. Influence. I wrote here parental influence. Parental influence. Oh, you are doing something you don't know your child is watching. You don't know your child is watching. Ha. You're always on your system. You're always on your phone, pressing phone from morning till night. Don't you know that the child is watching? The child is learning. Once the child is able to get hold of a phone like this, times two, double of what you do is what that child would do. So before you go ahead and accuse that child of getting too much addicted to one thing, watch yourself. Watch yourself. Parental influence. I have another one. Okay. Peer pressure. A child that you never taught emotional intelligence at home, once he or she gets out, can be pressurized by his friends. Can be pressurized by the friends. Little will you know that that child is already getting addicted to many things under the influence of his friends. Yesterday we talked about the fear of parents because of flogging and other punishments that you give to the children. Once you are able to discipline the children well, the children will love you. That child will love you. The pressure, the interference from the friends will reduce. It won't even be there. Many children are saints at home, and because of the fear they have is why they are saints at home. And when they go out there, they are criminals. They are criminals. They have been so much engulfed in so many addictions. Many children, many teenagers smoke, and their parents are not aware. Their parents are not aware. Okay. Personal interest is another point. The reason why many children go into addiction, personal interest. They want to go into some things to know more about that thing. For example, now you caution a child, don't do this, don't do this. He wants to try. Why is it that mommy said I shouldn't do it? Why is it that daddy said I shouldn't do it? They want to penetrate deeply into that thing. They want to go deeply. They want to know more about it. And gradually, once they are not curbed, they get addicted into it. You know, anything you get addicted into is because you like it. It's because you feel so comfortable with it. There's no pain attached to it at the first instance there might be pain, but later, gradually, the enjoyment continues. That's why we need to curb these children on time before, addictions is better curbed than killed. It's better to curb addiction than to cure it. It's not easy. It's not easy. But God will help us in Jesus' name. You might want to note what are the symptoms in children that you should watch out for when they are addicted to some things. I have here a change in behavior, becoming argumentative. When you say don't do it, you want to react. The child wants to react. Like the child will tell you the many reasons why you ask a child, stop doing this. Mommy, there is something on my name. Mommy, argument, unnecessary ones. Watch. It's because that child is getting addicted. That child is getting addicted. Why are you always poking your nose? Something is inside my nose. Something. What is inside your nose that you cannot use a tissue paper or an handkerchief to remove and take your mind off it? So even if you're an adult here, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. So if you're an adult here and you're addicted to little things, please curb yourself. Do you know that some children are even addicted to drugs? Drugs. Because they have been used to taking drugs, paracetamol, they get addicted to it. Okay, I'm coming there. So, redness of eyes. Once you see that these children, when they go out, their eyes are red when they come in, watch. It could be that they are being influenced already. They're having these symptoms of addictions are coming in. Probably they're addicted, they're getting into alcohol. You need to watch. Excuse me. You need to curb on time before that addiction will set in. Redness of eyes. Watch your child well. Watch your boy well. Watch your girl well. Probably there are stains on the clothes. Watch well. What any strange thing that you notice that is not normal, that is abnormal in a child, watch it before it becomes an addiction. We have talked about eating disorder, too much eating, all those ones you need to watch. Yeah, feeling of loneliness. This is something you need to watch out for, especially when you relocate. This one you need to note it, because you know a child that is already used to a particular set of friends, that is already addicted to some things that they do together, you relocate to another place, a new place, and now the child feels so lonely, unable to accept other friends, unable to accept other people easily. It's because of some things that is happening in the midst of those friends that is unable to see in these new friends. Watch it. You can also guide the child. Ask questions. Addiction is easy to curb. It is easy to curb. Once you see all these kinds of symptoms in children, it is easy to curb them than to say you will cure them. I've talked about the examples of addictions. I've talked about video game. I've talked about stealing. Jesus, let me explain this well. Do you know that stealing is an addiction? Sometimes we are the ones that call it name, stealing. I'm not exonerating. I'm not saying stealing is good. I'm just saying that there are some things that these children, they might be doing out of their innocent mind. And once we don't curb them, they graduate into stealing. For example, now, a child that loves meat too much, and you don't curb the child, later, one meat will not be enough, two meats will not be enough. Now I told eating disorder will not be enough. Later on, you will only see that it's your pot that is disappearing. It's your all the meat in the pot that is disappearing. I was a victim of this. Stealing. It's not easy when you have a child that is stealing. But let me tell you, it could be an addiction that lead into this. It could be an addiction of a particular thing. When I was growing up, I was addicted to drinking Fanta. I didn't like drinking water. I didn't like it. I was not, oh God. Anything water, I don't want. I didn't like it. So if it's Fanta, I used it to substitute water. So imagine when I'm thirsty and there's no Fanta, what would I do? I had to look for wherever I will get the Fanta, or however I will get the Fanta. And as a child, I didn't have access to money. So I'd rather I'd rather steal. Let me use the word, because stealing is a sin. Little things, you need to watch it. Some of us pamper our children. We don't know that we are even the one at introducing them into this addiction. We wouldn't know. Do you know that lying is also an addiction? Something that even you just say the truth. The child shouldn't be afraid to say the truth. But because it's enjoying that, because the child is enjoying the act of lying, any little thing, lie. Any little thing, lie. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. So, some children are prone to this addiction because of certain things in their system, in their behavior. It could be because they are risk takers. Some of them would want to try it. What is in this thing? Maybe they have a father that smokes cigarettes. What is in this thing? They can take a matches and light the cigarette. They want to take the risk, that risk. They just want to know what is in it. They begin to smoke. Little would you know that it will lead to addiction. Some of them are experimental. They just want to experiment. And once they derive a pleasure in it, they become so addictive to it. The addiction comes in. Once they want to experiment something, they become addicted to it. What is that thing that you see your children doing? What is that thing that you notice that your children are doing, that they do it always? And once they are not able to do it, they become uneasy. They become so aggressive about it. So, here comes my guide. This guide is so simple. It's so simple, very, very simple and easy. Number one that I know that my parents used for me is love. 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 You know, I told you my own addiction was excessive eating. Excessive eating. I used to eat too much. Any little thing that I like, I begin, eat them too much. And this, I became too addicted to it. Oh God, meat, taking off meat from the pot. When this, in case anything happens to me or I want to ignore a certain feeling, the first thing I begin to think about is, I begin to think about Fanta and I begin to think about meat. To eat the meat and to drink Fanta. And once I get these two things, I'm okay. But when my parents discovered this, that I was already stealing, my mom sat me down one day. She beat me, I won't lie. My mom is a disciplinarian to the core. She beat me. It's a painful experience. I don't want to remember those experiences. But at the same time, when she was beating me, she wasn't reacting against me. She was just reacting against the act. So parents, please listen to me very well. Don't kill the child because you want to kill the addiction. Don't kill the child because you want to kill the addiction. Concentrate on what could make that child to stop the addiction. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Concentrate on it. My mom would talk to me. Sometimes she would sing for me. You know, the Samuel, if you are a Yoruba person, you understand. Many times I remember these songs and I smile. I even remember these talks, these songs more than any other thing she did for me. She showed me so much love. This stealing was becoming another thing for me then. If I go out, that time, if I went out to another place, another person's or maybe a neighbor's place, I would still imagine if I go to any, fast, it was already causing shame. But mom helped me. My siblings helped me. They were beating me, I'm telling you. I'm not saying you should flog the child until they start, but I still believe in beating anyway, but not beating the child to have wounds, to have scars. No. Spanking just little. Don't be angry when you are doing it. Show that child love. Let the child know that it is because of this addiction that you are reacting, not because I don't love you. Many teenagers have gone out of the houses, their homes now. Many teenagers cannot even talk to their children, to their parents again because of addiction. These little things that we think, because of the lack of love that we have for these children, when they are addicted, we tend to get destabilized many times because of our integrity, many times because of our status in the society, many times because of our position. For example, you can't imagine a pastor's child being addicted to pornography, and you expect the father, who is a pastor, to be comfortable with it. But I tell you, you have to show your love above any other thing. In discipline, let the child know that it is love you are showing, not hatred. Not hatred. See, your punishment, your beating cannot bring out that addiction. The child will have a gap, an emotional gap with you, if you continue with it. My mom tried the punishment. It didn't work. I won't lie to you. That was when I became so aggressive. If my mom beat me, in fact, anytime I stole, I would expect that she will beat me. And that's all. And I will still go back to it again. And I will still expect, is it not just beating? But sincerely speaking, when my mom, I don't know where she got it, but I told you that I'm going to share my personal experience. When my mom began to talk to me, she will call my local name, Adeola, Majalemo, stop stealing. This thing is not good. This thing is not good. Many times she will sing, I told you, she will sing scriptures into my head. Every child has a conscience. Every child has a conscience. Every child has a conscience. I'm telling you, speak to the conscience of the child. Speak to the conscience of the child. If you continue to hit the child with rods, with canes, with anything, the child might even get used to it, and it won't break anything off him or her. Show the love. Show the love. My brother never hated me because I was stealing. My sisters never hated me because I was stealing. I don't know where they got it from, but I know these people showed me love. Please, our children need love. Don't, because of their addiction, hate them. No. Don't say they are bringing shame into your home, and now hate them. Don't stigmatize them. No, show them love. Don't name them. Don't name them after their addiction. No, you can't call any child that you name after their addiction. You are only re-emphasizing that thing into the child. Your child is stealing, don't call the child a thief. No. What else do you think your child is addicted to? What is it? Don't name that child. Don't nickname the child. Whether you are a guardian, whether you are a parent, whether you are a teacher listening to me, no. Show the child love. Give care. Give attention. Give attention. The child needs help. Yes. Deep inside of me, when I was being addicted to this thing, I knew it wasn't right. But I needed help. I needed help. I knew inside of me, give attention to this child. Maybe once this thing is being done, curb. Again, it's being done, curb. Don't keep quiet. Don't tell the child that your future is in your hand. If you like, destroy your future, spoil your future. No, children don't need it. They don't need it. Don't even tell them to destroy their future. Tell them what you want. Don't destroy your future. It's what you should tell the child. Above all, me, I believe in prayers. I believe in prayers. If you pray, when you have knowledge and you pray, this God is too much. This God is too much. Go to God in prayer over that child that is suffering from that addiction. The spiritual controls the physical. I'm telling you, if you don't know, the spiritual controls the physical. And let me tell you, don't take the child to the pastor of a church that will go and broadcast the child. Yeah, because you say you want to pray. You now go and hand over the child to a pastor who cannot keep secret, or because you want to pray for the child, you now take the child to prayer warriors. Please help me to maybe 20 people. Please help me to pray for this child. Though this is what this child is doing that I don't like. Oh, which child would want that? Don't, in the name of prayer, expose the child the more. Don't, in the name of prayers, expose the child the more. Don't. Who told you that God cannot answer your own prayer? Who told you? Who told you? Have you prayed for the child first? Have you prayed with the child again? Hold the hand of the child. Pray together. Pray together. Then you can seek help from your pastor. I'm not saying my husband is a pastor. We have a lot of people that we counsel. Fine. But I'm saying use wisdom. Because to break addiction in a child, the child must not see you as an antagonist to him or her first. You could go and seek counsel on behalf of the child, not to take the child along and start shouting about the child. Look, whenever anybody comes to me and report a child to me and take the child along, I will tell the parent, please excuse us. Please go. I want to talk to the child. Because I already know that the parents are not handling it well. For some children who are already addicted into some medical things, maybe drug abuse, who are already into it, you can get a counselor for them. But make sure that you do it with wisdom. With wisdom. Let know. Even there are some that when you go to the counselors, tell them you don't want another person to be aware. Okay, you think, oh, my spirit is telling me somebody is thinking that okay, the Holy Spirit just dropped something into my mind. Okay, what about the addictions that many people are already aware? Thank you. Let it be known to the child that many people are aware of this. We need to sort it out. We need to sort it out. Let that child know that he or she can confide in you. That he or she can confide in you. Many children that are suffering today from addiction, even many adults, is because they lack people who they can confide in. They lack. Give these children ears. Give them attention. Give them attention. They want it. They love it. Parenting is a journey. Parenting is very easy when you want it to be easy. When you are intentional to be a successful parent, it is very easy. It is not difficult. And for some other children, you might need to engage them with some things to contradict their addiction. For example, a child that is addicted to maybe phones, they need attention. The attention they need is friendship. For example, all those times that they're always on phone, all those times that you can engage them in a discussion so that gradually they won't have much access to the phone. Some children are addicted to maybe those teenagers are addicted to alcohol and all sorts. Engage them, be their friend so that they don't go out to those friends. Let them know that you are also there for them. And parents, you have teenagers that they love to be with their friends more than you. You have work to do. Do you know one of the things you need to do? You need to be upgraded. You need to upgrade. You need to know what that child is gaining from the friends. You also need to be aware of those things. You need more information about teenagers. What are the trending things about them? You need to know so that they will say, "Hey, mommy, so you too, you know." So then gradually they become close to you and you detach them from those places that they are being influenced. God bless us. God bless us. Do I have any question here? Okay. Ajobiewe, thank you, my French watcher. Sorry for subsequent ones. We'll be getting French interpreters. Okay, they're still commenting in French. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for watching me. God bless you for staying. I can see some people viewing me now, and if you watch a replay, thank you again for coming. Tomorrow will be very wonderful. Tomorrow will be wonderful. I promise you. She's ready. She's an educationist. She will teach us better about careers in children. I know you want your child to become a medical doctor. I also want my child to be. You want your child to be a lawyer? Yes, I also want it. But you need to know some certain things on how to go about it in case the children need to be left to do their passion or to be guided. You know, we just need wisdom. This webinar continues again tomorrow. By God's grace, I won't be alone here. I will be with Opashi, and I know you'll be so glad to see her. Woo! Who else is happy? Yeah. Thank you for watching me. Thank you. So tomorrow again, next time, I'll be here, and I believe you'll be here. Parenting is easy if we are intentional about it. And I tell you, family robust is a reality. Family robust is a reality. Don't be deceived. Don't be cajoled. Don't be afraid. No. As we go on this journey, God will help us the more. I love you. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye till tomorrow.